Hey everyone, Tyler here at The Movie Beat. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the 2017 Korean film The King, as well as showing you this awesome Blu-ray from Plain Archive. And maybe some of you guys have already picked this one up, but for those that are still on the fence, perhaps this video will help you decide one way or the other. I, for one, am very happy that I picked this up. It's a really cool film, and it's about a character named Tae-soo, who is this bad boy from a countryside town who climbs to the top of the social hierarchy of power with his unbeatable fighting skills. He realizes, though, one day that his reign will come to an end when high school ends, so he decides to pursue the life of a career prosecutor that will allow him to stay top dog well into his adulthood. But just as he's about to enter the world of an empowered prosecutor prepared to fight the good fight, he learns of the top 1% of Korean prosecutors who hold the true power over everything in the country. The elite group is led by Jung Woo-sung's character, Han Jae-rim, where money, drugs, and beautiful women are the spoils of their calculated prosecutions. Once Tae-soo is recruited into the inner circle at the top, he's stripped of the pride and moral convictions that have guided him to this point, and he learns what being a king in Korea is all about. But the higher he climbs, the harder of a fall he begins to risk. So one thing that I definitely loved about this movie is that it has great visual aesthetics. There's a really colorful and playful vibe on top of a lot of the sporadic dramatic tension that's in this movie that, for me, almost the entire movie kind of looked like a really glossy, expensive kind of music video or advertisement for like a luxury car. So that could be good or bad for some people, but visually this movie is very pleasing. And it features a real dynamic filmmaking style. Similar, kind of reminded me of like a Martin Scorsese type with a lot of energetic camera movements and clever editing techniques. This movie actually kind of felt to me like the Korean version of Wolf of Wall Street, perhaps a little bit less eccentric and less drug-infused. It's got some really great moments from a top-shelf ensemble cast as well. Not only does it have the household names of Jung Woo-sung and Jo In-sung, but there are some amazing supporting actors in this movie. Hopefully some of you guys know the actor Bae Seong-woo, who actually had a really big part in the 2020 film, also with Jung Woo-sung, called Beasts Clawing at Straws. I've got a review up on the channel for that. A really great actor to look forward to. He's been in a lot of supporting roles, but I do feel like this is going to be, it's just a matter of time before he really gets a breakout performance. So really keep your eye on this actor. Also, Kim So-jin, who was a supporting character in The Man Standing Next and The Drug King, who really blew me away. Also is a very actually fun, interesting, great, powerful part. And as she's another actress who I do feel like is sort of like Bae Seong-woo, who sort of flies under the radar for a lot of people, but really keep your eye on this actress. Also, Ryu Jun-yeol, who you guys have seen a lot. He's really good in this movie. So overall, this movie is very darkly comic, and a lot of the characters sort of engage in these really exaggerated behavior styles that was a little bit weird at first, but once I realized that this movie was going to be just sort of all in with the tongue-in-cheek approach, I was really able to sit back and just enjoy the top-class performances for what they were. But I do feel like The King falters a little bit with its over-reliance on narration. There is a lot of narration in this movie, and I feel like it does help establish the Jo In-sung character, who he's got this kind of interesting upbringing, and it's far-fetched, but you can kind of get a sense, and he's giving a little bit more insight into his mind. And even as he's entering the world as a prosecutor, we get to know some of the inner workings, the moral conundrums that he's facing. But as it really continues, and I felt like it detracted from a lot of the relationships that he was developing with other characters, because instead of watching his relationships unfold, he just sort of kind of tells us how his relationships play out. So it really made it hard for me to generate that sympathy that was needed, I think, for the third act to really pack a strong punch. The King really explores a lot of common themes that we see in Korean films. I'm sure you guys have picked up on it over the years, but really the theme is of runaway power, from the wealthy elite class, as well as a strong distrust in governmental institutions. So this movie, The King, uses a lot of real-life documentary footage of political scandals that have really plagued the country over the years to mark the passing of time. Kind of contrast, really, the dark comic nature of this movie with some of the sad and kind of crazy real-life examples of characters that are kind of behaved in the reprehensible ways that these almost cartoonish characters are behaving in. So it gives a little bit of believability there, but ultimately this movie is really just a call to action for people to try and just make some change in the political institutions and governmental bureaucracy, and to empower people to really get out there and vote, because they're the ones that are deciding who these people are, and maybe to do a little bit more research in who we elect as our public officials. So let's get into how awesome this Blu-ray is. This is from Plain Archive, and it's number 29. It wasn't the 29th release, so there was kind of a hole in the collection until this film did come out and fill that role. So you know it's number 29 because it says there on the spine. I love the slipcase on this, and really all of the art that is in this edition, because it really reflects the creative and visual style that really makes this movie so special. So with the colors, and obviously you see the main male actors here and the ensemble, all of them were awesome. It's just sort of a mirror image on the back. I put my Plain Archive exclusive stickers, I stick them to the back here. I sort of started doing that when I first started collecting them, so I've been continuing to do that. You do only get this sticker though if you order this from the Plain Archive website, so keep that in mind. And this is limited, so on the bottom I've got the sticker number 137 out of 500 copies, so kind of happy with a low number there. Opening this up, so instantly you see that, yeah, Jo In-sung's character in his suit there. I really liked how this flips this way. It's kind of unusual in the landscape. I think that's Jung Woo-sung's character, you know, kind of a darker, and he's kind of the brighter, optimistic. So cool contrast there. Inside, again, with the continual awesome art here on the discs. Look at that color. I just love that. And it's 2 discs, so special features disc. Look at Dolby Atmos. Inside, the inner jacket artwork again. Oh my goodness. This looks awesome. I would love this poster. This is the special part of this release. There is some really nice postcards in here, and for those who are extremely lucky, I am so fortunate to be one of them, you could get one of these signed by either some of the actors, or in my case, look at this card, oh my goodness, director's signature, real authentic signature there. Super surprised, you know, it's always kind of like a little golden ticket that you get in your chocolate bar, and so this is an awesome bonus. Those that, you know, go out and get this, don't rely on getting this, but if you do get it, just, you know, you can just do an extra jump for joy. The postcards are of the highest quality. We can expect that from this company, Plain Archive. The back, you know, pretty simple, pretty nice, but really these, I mean, I just couldn't ask for a better quality and card, and very diverse. It's not just some random screen still or a still image from promotional material. These are all really well put together shots, almost poster quality. Some of them are. Really like this one, some of the darker aspects of this film. In the gangs that they get into, like in Mokpo. The booklet is really nice as well. Again, it's not some repeat color image. Everything kind of stands out on its own. So high quality. This is mostly an image book. Again, just beautifully put together. Plain Archive has some editions that have English in the book. This one does not have any English in it. But the good thing is that it is more on the visual side, so it's a lot of pictures, so that's nice. The essay, unfortunately, is not in English. It's a really cool collector's item. I, for one, love high-quality color photos in the booklets more than the writing anyways, so I'll take this. So I've got to recommend picking up this edition of The King. Fans of the movie, definitely worth picking up. This is the best edition of this film out there to get. Curious what you guys thought of The King. Please let me know in the comments below. Maybe this swayed you one way or the other, whether or not you wanted to pick this one up. So let me know what you thought. Until next time, I'm Tyler at The Movie Beat. Keep watching movies.